Hello everybody, it is Friday. Didn't get yesterday's post up, it'll be up right after this one though. But here today on Friday we've got 5 in the mailbox. There we go. I was wondering, one of these ones didn't have a, didn't come up in my informed delivery, but I see it has a tag on the back, tell me who it is, so hey, that's cool. We'll go ahead and do this one first. So like I said, it didn't come up on there at all. This is under LA and it comes to us from Miami, Florida. This is going to be a hockey player. Got several hockey ones coming in today. But this is Mr. Lou Angotti. And let's see, did he write a short note back, or is this just having my letter wrapped around? Looks like just the letter wrapped around here. And yes, that is the case there. But yeah, Lou Angotti signed all 4 cards that I sent. We'll show off 2 of those. Both the original and the tall boy. I actually got the tall boy one already in a trade signed. I totally forgot I had it there, but got to sign in blue now to go along with that. But so yeah, there you go. Lou Angotti, Michigan Tech grad, same school as my dad went to. Won a couple, I think one national championship with them, but it was him and, God, who else was on that team? I think Tony Esposito was on that team. A couple other big names there probably, but at the very least, I know of those 2 off the top of my head. So, as I said, got 4 others here that I actually had on my informed delivery here, so we'll go through those first. And the first one, FS from Buffalo, New York. Some more old-time hockey coming in right here, as I believe this is going to be Floyd Smith, formerly of the Buffalo Sabres and the Detroit Red Wings. And yeah, he signed the 2 cards that I sent. And also, that I looked again, the index card there as well. Felt like there was one in there. So, index card there, and the 2 cards. Love these Parkhurst Throwbacks ones here like these. I've picked up a bunch of them at an estate sale a couple years ago. A year ago, I guess it would have been, but yeah, got a bunch of those, mailed them off, getting them signed. Going to be sending a bunch to Canada here once those stamps get in, so hopefully going to have a whole lot of those coming through here pretty soon. Let's move on. We have SR from Raleigh, North Carolina. I think this is going to be a newer hockey one. I believe this is Stephen Rice, formerly of the Rangers, the Hurricanes, the Whalers before that. Is there anybody else? I think that's it. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, I signed all the ones I sent there, all 4. Show off 2 right there. Really cool to get those ones. I always like those black ice inserts there like that. Got the kind of, you know, grayish, silvery thing going on. Or, I guess, no, it's artist proof, not, yeah, whatever they were. Okay, yeah, black ice artist proof. Well, there we go. So, a black ice artist proof one there, and the Team Canada one will show off there. But yeah, he played for the Rangers, the Oilers as well, along with the Whalers and Hurricanes. So, there we go. Moving right along, we have MR from Hartford, Connecticut, and I think this is going to be another old-time hockey one with Matt Ravlich coming in. Let's see if that's who it is. And yes, indeed, that is who we've got here. Didn't sign the index card at all. I'm totally good with that, but he did sign both of those. Tall boy one and the, I think it's 66-67 style there. So, that's kind of cool. Got 2 tall boys there and several, I think it's 3 throwbacks ones in there so far. Didn't sign the index card, not real concerned about that at all. Like I said, I consider those just to be a bonus. If they sign them, great. If they don't, whatever, add some weight to the envelope. Last one we've got here is MF from Tampa, St. Petersburg, Florida. I looked this one up and I'm already forgetting who it is. I think it's somebody in baseball, though, if I remember right. Sort of blanking on it right now. And yeah, there we go. That's right. It's Marv Foley. I sent to him because I was hoping to originally have gotten him in person. He's occasionally does some coach work with Asheville Tourists in A-ball. And when I contacted the team there, they said, yeah, he is still coaching with us. He does travel with them on the road, except for usually 1 week a year. He'll take a week off and, you know, go see family, go on vacation with all of them. And, well, we happened to see Asheville in West Virginia on my trip to the National in 2018. And, yeah, he wasn't there. It turned out that was his vacation week. So, missed out on him in person, but I got him by mail, at least. So, very happy to get those signed. About a 2-3 week turnaround on those. So, there you go. Whole lot of hockey, a little bit of baseball in there as well. I've mentioned the national trip a number of times. I've talked about how, you know, I'm hoping to do another one for 2022. 2022 show, unfortunately, has been canceled for Cleveland. Or not canceled, but it won't be at the IX Center. At least the IX Center has announced they're shutting down at the end of this year. So I'm hoping that they either, A, keep it in Cleveland at the downtown convention center. They've got the Huntington Convention Center in the middle of downtown. It's a little bit smaller. By a little bit smaller, I mean a lot smaller, about 1/3 the size of the IX Center. But Hopefully that's enough space for them. Hopefully they can get their show booked in there. If not, then okay, maybe Baltimore, maybe Atlantic City. Those, because I mean, if you go back to like, I think, God, back into like '98, I think the only place they've ever had the national at are Cleveland, Chicago, Atlantic City, Baltimore, and 2 in Anaheim. 97 or 98, 98 in Atlanta, I think it was the last one that was outside of any of those 5 places, and it absolutely bombed. So hopefully they stick to either Baltimore or Atlantic City, because Aaron and I are planning on doing another road trip for that one. We can hopefully, hit up a whole lot of minor league baseball on the way up and on the way back. I actually did a video of the 2018 road trip that we did. I'm going to link it down in the comments here, actually, so if you want to go and check that out, please do so. I did it through Broken Bat Media, a company that was put together by my friend Corey Mansfield. I used to do some writing and video work and podcasting work for them. Corey did a lot of photography and writing for them. He had a couple other writers and podcasters and such. He and I usually teamed up on the podcast a bit. But yeah, there's unfortunately, he closed it down like a year ago or so, but a lot of stuff still out there. I mean, this video here that I did for it, it turned out over an hour long, but you get to see a lot of minor league baseball stadiums, a little bit of the national in there. Yeah, it's down in the link down in the comments here, so go and check that out. Hit the subscribe button while you're at it if you haven't done that yet, whichever side that's on one of these spots here. But yeah, link down there. Go and watch that video if you have a moment as well. Yeah, that's about it. Told you I had some from yesterday, so let's go on to those. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday. I've got an addition to put in as well from yesterday, but just to give you a heads up first, we got 4 envelopes coming here with, yeah, 1 addition from yesterday. So, got my mail while I was waiting for my computer to do some installations and updates and all that kind of stuff, and recorded on my phone. Didn't like how it turned out, so I'm just going to tell you right now. It was Bob Paradise, former defenseman for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hey, there we go. Signed 3 cards by mail for me. Took about 2 weeks or so. Got that in yesterday, so keeping the streak alive. And then, as I said, today, we've got 4. So let's go ahead and break on into these. I'm going to start out with this one. You may remember a few weeks ago, I got back a guy named Joe Negri, who used to be a Handyman Negri on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He was also a legendary jazz musician, so got him. And while at the same time, I figured, hey, this guy signs too. I might as well send off to him. And it is a guy named David Newell. And you may know David Newell better as Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And so he sent along a note about the documentary that was made on the show called Speedy Delivery. Also wrote back a short note saying, "Hi Drew, thanks for your note. Sorry this delivery wasn't speedier. I'm glad to hear you grew up in our neighborhood, and thanks for the kind words about our program. I agree, it was a groundbreaking program, and now you can get a streaming app for PBS Kids and see Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Speedy Delivery, David Newell." And there we go. He signed the index card I sent with Speedy Delivery to Drew from Mr. McFeely, a.k.a. David Newell. That's pretty cool. So there you go. And yeah, one of the things I was mentioning there was the fact that, number one, I mean, it was racially groundbreaking in that, they had Officer Clemens on there who was black. And at the time, they did this whole thing where, he and Mr. Rogers went and put their feet in the same water. And it was like, some people would look at it and going, whoa, holy crap, really? And for them, it was just like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do this. Clemens also was outside off the set, was widely known to be gay, and Rogers and the whole crew on the show were totally okay with that. They just said, don't go promoting anything about it on the show, obviously, or anything. Don't, you just kind of cover it up a bit and everything. So it's kind of a shame they had to do that. But at the same time, I mean, most of the time, if that were to come out, that would have just been end of his career right there. But it obviously wasn't. And just, I mean, the music on the show was the biggest thing that I've mentioned, both to Newell in this letter and to Negri as well, that, that was definitely influential on me becoming a musician eventually in life. So, yeah, just really glad to add that one in, another non-sports one to go in there. And we've got 3 here that I believe are all baseball, if I remember right. We're going to find out real quick here, though. First up, we have the initials of PR. It's postmarked from Shreveport, Louisiana. I think this one actually comes from East Texas, and it's going to be Pat Rapp, former pitcher for, let's see, the Marlins, the Giants, the Red Sox, maybe a couple other teams in there. Forget now off the top of my head. But yeah, that is who we've got here. The Pirates as well. Let's see, anybody else? I missed the Royals in there and the Orioles. But yeah, there you go. So got Pat Rapp back. Happy to get that one. Was kind of wondering where that one went. But yeah, it's finally back to me today. All right, 2 more to go here. Next one up is going to be SR from Jacksonville, Florida. I think this is going to be a former Expos pitcher, Scott Ruskin. Another one's been out a little while. Glad to see them rolling back in. And yes, indeed, that is Ruskin. Also played for the Pirates. Forgot about that, but Yeah, let's go ahead and show these two right here. Got the 90 tops traded there with the Pirates and the 92 with the Expos. Fun bit of info from his stats on the back here. He actually spent 3 years as an outfielder, mostly, in the Pirates system at first. 86 to 88, played as a DH, outfielder, and first baseman, it says there. And then 89, they converted him to a pitcher. And yeah, made some majors eventually as a pitcher. So, cool to get those ones back as well. And one more to go. Initials on this one are LM. It's from Cincinnati, Ohio. And I think this is going to be former outfielder Len Matuzek. Let's see who we've got. And yes, indeed, the former Dodger and Philly. There we go. Also with the Blue Jays, it looks like, for a little bit in there. So, yeah, glad to get those ones back. 4 successes in the mailbox today. 1 yesterday that, unfortunately, I don't have right here to show off at all, but got my word on it at least. That's better. That probably works just as well. So once again, thanks for tuning in. SportsCardForum.com. Hit the subscribe button down here as well. Go and check that out. Subscribe, get updates. Fun stuff there. We'll see you around.